Welcome back to the channel. Today on Solus, we're going to be talking about the two different accounts for retirement. They help with your emotions, your discipline, your long-term wealth, and even taxes. So, if this is something you're interested into, stick around and learn something new about 401ks and Roth IRA. So, let's talk about the pros and cons of 401ks and just the benefits of having these accounts. Now, I'm not saying which one you should pick or which one you shouldn't because I'm not a tax or I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here to give you advice on both accounts so you can pick which one you use. Now, a 401k, I will say if you're in a higher tax bracket now, this is one I would choose and I would go with. But it's also good to have both because then you have more opportunities and more choices. So, the 401k account, your contributions are pre-tax. It also lowers taxable income, and then you pay taxes later in withdrawal. So if you're in a higher tax bracket now and you don't want to pay as much taxes, this is why people use the 401k. Now, also, another thing is your employer will match you, and it is also automated from your payroll, right? So once you get paid, you don't even it automatically takes it out of your check and puts it into your 401k. So you don't have to you have the emotions behind pulling the money out or not. It already does it for you. So that's a benefit that the 401k account has. Now, some disadvantages is you have required minimal distributions on RMD where they the IRS forces you to make distributions from the account. Kind of weird, right? Like it's your money. Why are you penalizing me for removing it? I don't know. That's the rules. That's life. So, and then there's penalties for early withdrawal. So say life happens and you need to withdraw from the account, they're gonna have penalties and taxes and fees and all this other things. So moving on to the Roth IRA account, where if you are probably much younger, like myself, you probably have one of these now. You open one of these, you contribute to it, you are the money's already taxed, and then the money grows tax free because it was already taxed, right? So now it's going tax free, and then when you withdraw the money, it's tax free. So you don't have no taxes on the money that you're pulling out. It is what it is, right? So say you withdraw 10,000, you got 10,000. You don't have to pay taxes on that 10,000. Now, there's no RMDs. Like on the 401k account, I said there's required minimal distribution, meaning the IRS forces you to distribute money from the account. On the Roth IRA account, there is none of that. They don't require you to distribute. So you can leave that money in there for as long as you want. No problem. Then there's more investment control, right? So now instead of your employer picking what they invest in and what your money is working on, you get to pick and you have more control over the account because you open it up and you run it personally. As the 401k is ran through the employer. And then contributions, not your gains, can be withdrawn tax free, right? So anything that you remember I said on the 401k how the withdrawals there's fees. On the 401k, there's no fees and on your contributions, right? So if you contribute $10,000, you can withdraw $10,000 tax free. Then there's lower contribution, right? So the 401k, for instance, is roughly 22K a year. The Roth IRA is roughly 6K a year. That's how much you can contribute in the year. So there's some more leeway there. So if you're contributing more money, maybe I would open up with 401k. But if you're contributing so much less, Roth IRA is not a bad choice. But like I said, guys, you can also have both depending on your situation. And now there's no employer match, right? So all this, the Roth IRA is all the money coming from your uh your money, your hard-earned money. You put it in the account yourself, not from your employer. There's no employer match. So with that being said, guys, that's the difference between the 401k and the Roth IRA. I hope this guys give you a more broad perspective of what each account does and the benefits behind having these accounts. If you guys enjoyed this video, I hope you guys can just leave down comments below and like the video. And as always, stay king in the mountain and pursue your dreams.